that you call yourself a pro-police party and you bring a witness before us that says, fuck cops. I don't believe in that, but I thought if you didn't believe in that, you would have taken the opportunity to say it.
I appreciate the backpedaling at an alarming rate. From the other side, watch out, you might fall over backwards. We have a video to play. I think this will provide some visual summation, please.
You're about to see one of the most satisfying moments in congressional history. A Democrat had just gone on a tirade, lecturing Republicans about backing the police and insisting he's never supported defunding them. Then Andy Biggs stood up, hit play on a video, and what happened next was absolutely brutal. Omar, AOC, Swalwell, and a lineup of Democrats were caught in their own words, with zero room to wiggle. This is political karma served cold. Patriots, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can keep bringing you moments like this. Let's dive into the full video.
Thank you. And I just want to address Mr. Johnson, who said you brought the receipts. Well, Mr. Johnson, I've got some receipts for you. This committee met about 2 months ago, and the chairman, who can call any person in the world who walks this earth as a witness, called this guy, who tweeted just a couple weeks before the hearing, fuck cops. Your witness tweeted that. Not one of you disavowed that guy. Not one of you said that was inappropriate. I was stunned that you call yourself a pro-police party and you bring a witness before us that says, fuck cops. I don't believe in that, but I thought if you didn't believe in that, you would have taken the opportunity to say it. But no, not only did you not disavow it, you invited the guy here in Congress to be your witness. Imagine if we had ever done that. We didn't. You did. Second, I would love Mr. Johnson to disavow, because by the way, I will disavow the defund the police movement. I've never called for it. I believe, just as President Biden believes when he addressed Congress, that we should fund the police. But Mr. Johnson, will you disavow your colleague, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who tweets out and makes money off of a defund the FBI movement? Because they're police too. They protect us too. But I don't think you will. I think you're going to sit silent, and your silence, by the way, is complicity. I yield back.
Gentlelady yields back. The gentleman from Virginia is recognized.
Yield to the gentleman from Arizona.
I thank the gentleman for yielding. Appreciate the backpedaling at an alarming rate. From the other side, watch out, you might fall over backwards. We have a video to play. I think this will provide some visual summation, please.
The police has to happen. We need to defund the police.
Mayor Eric Garcetti saying, take some of the money from policing, about $150 million.
I applaud Eric Garcetti for doing what he's done.
But we need to completely dismantle the Minneapolis Police Department.
It is outdated. It is wrong-headed thinking to think that the only way you're going to get communities to be safe is to put more police officers on the street.
So yes, defund your butts. Defund you.
Yes, I support the reallocation of resources from NYPD.
We will be moving funding from the NYPD.
Yes, I support the defund movement. I'm for responsible reallocation of resources.
And defund the police.
I think you do all those other things, you don't need all the money that's going to the police department. So yeah, I mean, the spirit of it, I do support that.
Yeah, and a lot of us were asked if we could imagine a future without police back in 2017 when we were running for office. And I answered yes to that question.
We are going to reduce funding in the police department and redirect that money.
We propose to redirect over $7 million from the police bureau.
The police department here in Minneapolis needs to be dismantled, and we need to start anew.
In some necessary cases, completely dismantling those police forces.
Police departments are taking a sizable amount of the budget of a lot of municipalities and other entities. We need to look at those budgets, pull some of the money back.
But we talk about defunding the police, defunding the Pentagon.
My push is that we defund our police departments.
Defunding police means defunding police. If these reports are accurate, then these proposed cuts to the NYPD budget are a disingenuous illusion. This is not a victory. The freshman Democrat adding, the fight to defund policing will continue.
Mr. Chairman, I also have several articles that I would like to submit for the record. Instead of reading all the titles, I will just provide those to you, if that's okay.
Without objection.
And I'll yield back to the gentleman from Virginia, Mr. Klein.
Would the gentleman yield?
Yield to the chair.
Yeah, I would just say in response to the gentleman from California, of course we disavow that tweet. That is obvious. And if we'd have known that individual had that tweet out there, I doubt if he'd have been invited as a witness. With that, I yield back to the gentleman from Virginia.
So there they were in committee, and a Democrat is perched on his high horse, talking about receipts. He goes after Mike Johnson, accusing Republicans of being anti-police for inviting a witness who tweeted something questionable about law enforcement. The Democrat is indignant, claiming the moral high ground, insisting he'll disavow the defund the police movement, that he's never supported it, that he stands with Biden on funding police. Then he turns to Johnson, demanding he disavow Marjorie Taylor Greene for her comments about the FBI. He finishes with a dramatic line about silence being complicity. You could almost hear him thinking he just landed a knockout blow, but here's where it gets good. Andy Biggs from Arizona gets recognized, and you can hear it in his voice. Calm, confident, warning. He thanks the gentleman for yielding and quips about the alarming backpedaling happening on the other side. Then the warning. Watch out, you might fall over backwards. And then he drops the hammer. We have a video to play, he says. It will provide some visual summation. And honestly, that might be the understatement of the year. The video rolls, and it's a masterpiece of political accountability. One after another, prominent Democrats appear on screen, in their own words, their own voices, calling for exactly what they now claim they never supported. Defund the police has to happen. We need to defund the police. Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti talking about cutting $150 million from policing, and another Democrat applauding him. Then it gets even more stunning. Omar appears, declaring the Minneapolis Police Department needs to be completely dismantled. Not reformed. Not improved. Dismantled. She says it's outdated, wrong-headed to think more cops make communities safe. And then she literally says, so yes, defund your butts. No ambiguity. No reinterpretation. Those are her words. The parade continues. Yes, I support reallocating resources from the NYPD. We will be moving funding from the NYPD. Yes, I support the defund movement. Responsible reallocation of resources. One by one, Democrats speak plainly, some even doubling down, talking about dismantling police forces from scratch. Schiff Swalwell himself says, we are going to reduce funding in the police department and redirect that money. His own words. His own voice. No confusion possible. AOC appears too, and this is particularly revealing. She criticizes proposed NYPD budget cuts as not enough, calling them a disingenuous illusion, insisting the fight to defund policing must continue. Think about that. She wasn't just supporting defunding, she wanted deeper cuts. The video continues with multiple officials saying the same thing in different ways. We need to look at police budgets and pull some of the money back. Defunding police means defunding police. My push is to defund our police departments. Police departments take up a sizable portion of municipal budgets. We need to redirect over $7 million. On and on it goes. An undeniable record of what they stood for just a few years ago. And here's what makes it so powerful. These aren't out-of-context snippets. These aren't distortions. These are Democrats, on camera, passionately advocating for defunding, dismantling, and redirecting resources away from police departments. They believed it. They said it. They fought for it. And now, they pretend it never happened. The silence in that committee room must have been deafening. Minutes earlier, a Democrat lectured about receipts, complicity, and disavowing positions. And then Biggs produced the actual receipts. Not allegations, not characterizations, just their own voices, saying exactly what they now deny. You can't spin video evidence. You can't rewrite history when it's recorded in high definition. This is why Republicans are so effective when they let Democrats speak for themselves. No exaggeration needed. Just play the tape. Show the American people what these officials actually said when it was politically convenient. Show them the reality of what the defund movement meant to the people who championed it. Make no mistake, this wasn't about reform, accountability, or community policing. These Democrats were calling for dismantling police departments, taking hundreds of millions from law enforcement, reimagining public safety without cops. They said it proudly. They said it clearly. They meant it until it became politically toxic. Then suddenly, it never happened. The Democrats in that room had no response. What could they say? The video spoke for itself. Their own colleagues, their own party leaders caught on camera supporting the very position they just finished disavowing. After it ended, Representative Clean acknowledged they disavow the inappropriate tweet, but the damage was done. The hypocrisy was exposed. This is what accountability looks like. Andy Biggs didn't yell, he didn't grandstand. He just pressed play and let the truth speak. And the truth is simple. Democrats supported defunding the police when it helped them politically. And now, they're running as fast as they can because Americans rejected that radical agenda. But the internet is forever. Video evidence is forever. And the American people? They have long